Hello, and welcome to another SLP at UCLA video. Today we'll be talking about extrudes and cuts, which is the next step after creating a sketch. So you see, I've made this sketch here, I've made this box, and I'm gonna click this, which is the exit the sketch, right? We haven't talked about this yet. I'm gonna exit the sketch, and see it becomes blue. And when it becomes blue, that means I can come over to this features tab. I can click something here, right? So I'm going to click extruded boss / face. Now what that's going to do is it's going to give me this thing, right? It's going to give me this yellow preview of the box I want to create, right? So what I have now is this blind here, this end condition blind. And I have the distance I want it to be, right? So I can use this arrow, I can drag it back and forth. So right now it's 29. Get 44, but I know that this is, I want it to be like a square, so I'm going to just do 40 millimeters. This is going to be a perfect cube, right? And I click the green check mark, and there you go. Now I have this box. So what if we want to modify the box? What if we want a hole that goes through this side and out the other side, right? We can't really extrude from this one sketch at the bottom and go around a hole or something. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a new sketch over here, and let's make a hole on the center of our box. And how can we do that? So we can do, so first of all, let's make the size, maybe, yeah, we can make it 15, that's fine. And now we can still move this around. So what do we want to do? We want it to be the center, which means that either we could go, 20 from the side, 20 from the other side, right? 20 from the top. Or we could do what we were learning about last time, which is relations. We can come here, you can find the midpoint, right? It's kind of hard to do, but you can click both of those and say these are vertical, right? And these 2 points are now on top of each other, essentially. Do the same thing with the side, and find the midpoint here, click, horizontal. And now you can see it's perfectly in the center of this box. And here, and you can see it's highlighted in blue. And now, since I have a part, this box, all the stuff over here is unlocked. And so what I want to do is I'm going to choose this extruded cut. And what it's going to do is going to show me the yellow preview of my extrude cut. And it defaults to the last dimension I set. And I could do anything really. I could do 20, it'll go halfway through. I could drag it or via the arrow again. Just going to do that. So it's longer, it goes all the way through. And there you go. Now we have a hole that goes through the box. But let's say we want to do something that goes from the middle, right? Make a plane from there. Let's say we want a little, I don't know, cube thingy up here. This. What should do? Close the loop. Right, and now this 5 away, give this 5, this 5. And now we have a box here at the top. It's kind of looking like a camera now. I like it. Right, so I have this, it's in the middle. And I may know what the distance is from this plane to this plane, right? From this sketch to the end here. But let's say I didn't know it, and this was like, maybe it was like 20.23, right? And I didn't know that there was that extra 0.23 something. So I can come over to this features thing, click on the extruded boss base, and I want it to come exactly to this face here. What I can do is I can drop down this menu, I can do up to surface, click on the face, and now it'll go exactly to that surface. You can see this becomes a one thing, right? That's one face. Right, and so let's take a look at some of the other things that we can do. We can make a sketch on the top here. Maybe do a tiny little circle. Sure, 3. Oh, so 3. This one can be, sure, 4. Exit the sketch, So it becomes blue. But like, hold on a sec. What if it's not blue, right? What happens here, right? It's not blue. I can click on it again. It becomes blue. But like, let's say it's gray. And I go over here, I click to this, I want to extrude cut. It's like, well, what do you want to extrude, right? It's not already selected. So to do that, to select it, we're going to come down to this drop down menu here. Right, this is the history timeline. Right, just choose sketch 5. Right, and we can see our selected contours are sketch 5. Let's say we wanted this instead. We could do all of that. We're not going to do that. Let's clear selections. We're just going to choose that. Right, it's going to choose. It's going to show us our preview. And so, like this last one, let's say we want this one to go exactly through this. So we know that 40 would do that, right? It goes exactly through. But let's say it was like 40.1, and we would have this like 0.1 millimeter at the bottom. That would be really frustrating, right? So instead, what we can do, we can say through all, and it'll automatically do that. So like, let's go back to blind. Let's say I do 25, and now I'm going to say through all, and it's going to automatically go to the bottom. You can see it makes this hole through that. Okay. And let's do one last thing. We'll do the offset from surface. Let's get a sketch here, make a little box there. Get that 3.5. 3.5. I'm gonna make this like 5. It's gonna be a big thing. All right. Now that we have that, we can exit the sketch. It's blue. All right. We do gray. We extrude it. Come click on the sketch 6, and it's gonna go up. The automatic default is blind, but let's say we want to offset from surface. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna choose a surface. So what surface do we want to offset from? Well, maybe we want to offset from the top of this, right? And what's the distance we want to offset? Maybe we want an offset of 20 from that. And so you can see I clicked this reverse offset. So right now it thinks that I want it to go into the part, which is not right. So I'm going to reverse the offset, and this face up here, right, the end result is going to be 20 millimeters away from the top of this. I'm going to say check mark, and if we go to the evaluate, choose measure tool, choose this one and this one, we can see that this green dimension here that measures the distance from this plane to this plane is exactly 20. So there you have it. Keep on looking for all these different things. We have a bunch of different things here. Maybe experiment with what those do. And again, I hope you learned something in this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.